Hello students, today we are going to start part 2 of the chapter Conditional and Looping Constructs. Program Control Flow. Program Control Flow means the order in which the statements in a program will be executed. That is, first which statement will execute, next which statement will execute. Program control flow can be classified into three categories, that is sequential, step-by-step execution, selection or conditional, iteration and looping. Sequential. Sequential statements are executed one after the other without any jump. Here, first statement 1 will be executed, then statement 2 and then statement 3. It will not happen that first statement 1 and then 3. No, it will execute the statements one by one. Next is selection or conditional. When the program uses a condition to decide which set of commands will be executed between two alternative set of statements, then it is known as selection or conditional statement. जब भी आपके प्रोग्राम में कोई ऐसी कंडीशन आती है जिसके बेसिस पे आपको डिसीजन लेना होता है, तो दैट टाइप ऑफ प्रोग्राम इज नोन एज सिलेक्शन और कंडीशनल प्रोग्राम एंड दैट स्टेटमेंट इज नोन एज द सिलेक्शन स्टेटमेंट. Now this is the flow chart. Here is the test expression. That is, the condition will come in this box. If the condition is true, then whatever is written in the if statement, whatever is the body part of the if statement, that will be executed. And if the condition is false, the body part of the else statement will be executed. The four decision making statements in Python are if else, if elif, it means if else if, and nested if else. Nested if else is an if else loop inside if loop. Let us understand them. If statement. Now if statement says that if the condition is true, then the body part of if will be executed. If the condition is false, the control will come out of the if part, that is the body of if. Its syntax is if is a keyword, condition. There can be any condition like if a equals to 10, then give the statement the value of a is 10. So if the value of a given by user is 10, then this statement will be executed. But if the value is not equal to 10, then the control will come out of this body part of the if in next line. Next is if else statement. It says if the condition is true, then the statements in the if part will be executed, and if the condition is false, then the statements in the else part will be executed. Syntax is if, which is again a keyword. Here will be the condition. If the condition is true, then statement 1 will be executed, and if the condition is false, the else part will be executed. But only one statement will be executed out of these two statements at one time. If elif else statement. It says if the condition is true, then the body of if will be executed, but if the condition is false, it will go to the elif condition. If any of the elif condition is true, then the statement corresponding that elif will be executed, and if the elif condition is false, all elif condition is false, then at last the body of else will be executed. The syntax is if condition statement. If this condition is true, then this statement will be executed and no other statement will be checked. But if this condition is false, then it will go to this elif condition. If this condition is true, then the statement corresponding to this elif will be printed. Then else part and the else other elif conditions will not be checked. But even if this is false, then it will move on to the next elif. So the elif conditions will be checked if they go on becoming false. As soon as one of the elif or the if condition becomes true, the control will print the statement corresponding to that and come out of the loop. If any of the condition is not true, then the else part of the loop will be executed. That is, the statement corresponding to else will be executed. Next we have is nested if else statement, which means if else inside an if loop. First of all, the test expression, that is the condition, is checked. If the condition is true, then it moves to the body of if part and it may contain the other statement in it. So that statement will be executed. If the condition is false, then it goes to the nested test expression, and if the condition is true, body of nested if will be executed, and if the condition is false, then the body of nested else will be executed. Now here is the syntax. If condition. First of all, it will check the first condition. If it is true, then only it will go inside the nested if else loop. But if the condition at the first place is only false, then it will not go inside. It will directly go to the else part and print this statement. Now if the condition is true, then the control will go to this statement, and here it will again check the if condition. If it is again true, then this statement will be executed. But if this condition is false, this is true, this is false, then the nested else part will be executed. That is, the statement corresponding to nested else will be executed. Let us understand them practically. So first is our example of the if loop. Here we have taken a variable age and we will take from the user the value of age. We say enter your age. Now we want to check that if the age is greater than 18, then the person can vote, otherwise he is not eligible to vote. So we have to give the if statement here. If age greater than 18, whenever you specify any condition, you have to use this colon sign. If age is greater than 18, then it should print eligible to vote. So this is the if statement. Okay. Now we are not giving else statement. We will take it in the next step. First we are working with the if statement. Now let us save the file first. So it says enter your age. Let us enter the age as 21. So it says eligible to vote. But if I run this program one more time and give some value less than 18, so what will happen? Now it again says enter your age. Let the age be suppose 12. Now you can see that it is not giving any output here because we have not specified any else condition. So in case if you are using only the if statement and the condition is not true, then no output will be given and the control will come out of the loop. Let us understand it with one more example. If I give here print statement out of the loop, that is print by, and then we again run the program. Now it says enter your age. Let's suppose 15. 15 is less than 18. Condition is false. Now what it is saying? By. Why it is saying by? Because 15 greater than 18 here condition is false. So it will not go inside the body of the loop. Whatever comes in the after the indentation part, this is considered as the body of the loop. And the region which is unintended means where there is no space, that is out of the body of the loop. That is why instead of giving this statement, the condition is false, so it is not given this statement. The control will come out of the loop and then it will print by. I hope this is clear to you. Now let us do this program with else, if else. Here we have specified a statement in the else part that if the age is not greater than 18, then else part will be executed, not eligible. Let us check it now. It says enter your age. Let us enter some value. So it says eligible to vote. Let us run it with some value less than 18. Suppose 13. So it says not eligible. So understood that if the condition is true, the body of if will be executed, and if the condition is false, then the body of else will be executed. Now let us come to the next part, if, elif, else. Now here we have taken a variable marks, and in this the user will input the marks of float type. If marks is greater than 85, then it should print A, and if marks are greater than 70 and less than equal to 85, that is if the marks lie in between the range of 70 to 85, then the grade should be B. Else if the marks are in the range of 60 to 70, then it should print C, and if the marks are between the range of 45 to 60, it should print D. If any of the condition is not satisfied, means if the marks are less than 45, then it should print E. So let us check the output of this question. So it says enter your marks. Let us enter the marks as 90. So it is giving us the grade as A. If we run it once again and give some other value, then let us check the output here. It says enter your marks. Then let us give the value like suppose 50. So the answer is D. How it is D? Because it is lying in the range of 45 to 60. So how the program will be executed? First of all, it will take the marks from the user. Then if marks are greater than 85, here we have entered 50. Is 50 greater than 85? No. So it will not print this statement. It will come to the next condition. It will check the next condition. Is 50 greater than 70 and 50 less than equal to 85? No. Here we have used this operator AND. It means that if both the condition will be true, only then the print statement corresponding to it will be executed. If any one of them will be false, then this statement cannot be executed. Now it checks the second condition. This also doesn't match. Then it comes to the third condition. Is 50 greater than 60? No. Is 50 less than equal to 70? Yes, it is true, but both the conditions should be true, then only this should be executed. Then it comes to the last one. Is 50 greater than 45? Yes. And is 50 less than equal to 60? Yes. Here both the conditions are true, that is why it will print D. So with the AND operator, the result is given only when both the conditions are true. Now if we give any value less than 45, it will print the result as E. Let us run it once again and check it. Enter your marks, suppose 32. So it says E. So this is if, elif, else statement. So here we have is another program in which we take a value from the user and check if the number is greater than equal to 0. If the number is greater than or equal to 0, if this condition is true, it will go inside the loop and check that if the number is 0 or not. If the number is 0, it will print 0. But if the number is other than 0, then it will print positive number. Out of these two, only one statement will be given at one time. But if the starting condition is only false, if I give a negative number, that is -4, -5 like this, then only this else part, that is negative number, will be printed. Let us check the output. So it says here enter a number. Suppose we enter a positive number 6. So it says positive number. Let us run it once again and give this time the number as 0. Now it says 0. Let us run it once again. Enter a number, suppose -6. Now it says negative number. So how the program is getting executed? First we have entered a number 6. 6 is greater than equal to 0. Condition is true. Now it will go inside and it will say, is 6 equal to 0? Equal to means whether the number which user has given, is it equal to 0? No. So will it print 0? No, it will not print 0. It will go to the else part since the condition here is false. We have studied in if-else loop that if the condition in if part is false, then the control goes to the else part. So it will print positive number. Next time we have given the input as 0. So again it will start from execution from the first line. Is 0 greater than equal to 0? Yes, it is equal to 0. Then it will come to the inside part. Is 0 equal to 0? Yes, it is equal to 0. Condition is true. So it will print 0. There is no need to go to this else part. Next is we have given the number as -6. So we say here that the number is -6. So it will check from here, is -6 greater than equal to 0? No, -6 is not greater than or equal to 0. The condition is false here only. So the control will not go inside. Rather, it will go to only the else part and print negative number as we have seen in the output. So it says negative number. I hope all the loops are clear to you. Now let us come to the assignment part. The first question says, write a program to input a number from the user and check whether it is greater than 50. In this case, you have to make use of the if statement. So you have to take a number, any number you can take from the user, suppose n, and give the condition using the if statement. If the number is greater than 50, then give a print statement, and below that if you want to write another print statement out of the if, you can write that also. That is optional. Second question says you have to do the same question, first one, now with the if else statement. Here you have used only if statement and given a print statement along with the if statement. So now if the number is not greater than 50, then you have to write a statement for that in the else part. Now question number 3 says write a program to input percentage from a student, and depending upon various percentages, that is the condition, you have to give the remarks using the print statement. The program which we have done just now using the marks using if, elif, else, you can take help of that one. Now question number 4 says write a program to input name and class from the user. Then first match the name using if statement. Then inside it using the nested if, you have to match the class. If both the conditions are true, you have to accordingly give the print statement. Also, you have to give the print statement in the else part if the condition gets false. I hope you can do this assignment. Since if after that also any doubt is there, then you can ask.